Getting used to this sunny, clear weather
with
cold, freezing mornings. It just continues.
Although it's going to kind of change up for us
Okay.
tonight. So that's all because the cloud coverage that's really making for some great sunsets here across the Pacific Northwest. If you look real hard, you can see Mount Hood there off in the distance from our tower camera here atop the KOIN Tower in downtown Portland. 44 degrees, that's where we are currently sitting as those clouds will kind of act a bit like a blanket for many of us here across the region. After our daytime highs managed to get back up into the upper 40s for Portland, low 50s for Salem. Just to put it all into perspective, on average, our daytime high temperature should be hovering right around 48 degrees, but cooling things back slightly down to about 42 for Mill City, 43 for Vancouver, and still hovering in towards the mid 40s for the shoreline. As that cloud coverage only continues to march its way from the west to the east, you'll notice maybe a little bit of moisture being picked up there with our radar, but if anything, that's just the moisture available in the clouds, not actually coming to fruition in the form of rain, although a light drizzle is a possibility for the coast tonight. As the cloud coverage still remains over much of the I-5 corridor, as we take a live look out towards the Ridgefield area, temperatures again slowing to cool back into the mid 30s, likely going to be hovering right around that freezing mark for the remainder of the night into tomorrow morning. And that's all because of that cloud coverage acting like a blanket overhead. But we've seen the lack of cloud coverage as of late, thus giving us some of the coldest air we've felt so far this winter season, known as radiative cooling, as all of that heat escapes back out into the atmosphere, and we will see that come to fruition over the next several mornings. So we wake up tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies. They quickly wash themselves away as those temperatures fall back right around 33 degrees. But then with clear conditions expected through the weekend, the start of next week, that means some more frosty mornings are in store, well below the average of our morning low of about 36 degrees. But the cloud coverage, we can thank this latest weak front from pushing its way into the Pacific Northwest and much of the northern sections of the country, as well as this cool pocket of air starts to backtrack ever so slightly. So that's going to keep those chilly early morning lows as a ridge of high pressure stops any new weather systems from pushing their way on shore. But you'll notice that this low pressure system kind of gets detached from the main flow of the jet stream. This is great news for our friends down in Southern California that will see the return of some wet weather. Unfortunately, we miss out at least over the next 6 days or so as our rain deficit nears almost 1.5 inches, as January is typically our third wettest month of the year. So let's time everything out here with our futurecast. Expected to stay dry tonight, mostly cloudy, maybe a raindrop or two as the sunshine, it does return as we work our way into tomorrow morning. During the afternoon hours, much of the same with calm northerly winds, if not out of the east, they will be out the north. By the time we get to Saturday, yet again, more sunshine. That's going to take us through the rest of the weekend as our rain gauges pretty much stay at 0 over the next 48 hours. So tonight, falling back to about 33 degrees for the kiddos heading to the bus stop tomorrow. Make sure they are dressed in layers, but they will be stripping down to maybe just a light jacket with a high of 47 tomorrow. Along the coast, 40s and 50s for us. The I-5 corridor back up into the mid 40s. Out east, more sunshine, 30s. And then for the high terrain, falling back to about 35 degrees for that daytime high. 7-day forecast. Yeah, that's a lot of sunshine to look at as those chilly early morning lows remain. But Thursday, that's our next best chance of the wet weather that could potentially spill over into Friday and to the following weekend. So it's good to see that the rain is returning just in time for the start of February.
Okay, so January will end with a little bit of rain like it started with.
Yes, yeah, bookend it.
Thanks, Josh.
Well, coming up